Hi, this is Dan Encell with Berkshire Hathaway. Today is Monday, April 3rd. With the first quarter of 2017 behind us, I'm going to start with a recap of what's going on nationally, then locally. Nationally, the real estate market is booming. We've got consumer confidence at a 16-year high. Stock market set some records for all-time highs during the first quarter, and unemployment is low. So economy seems to be hitting on all cylinders, and that's translating into a better real estate market. What's holding the market back is inventory. Inventory levels are about 6% lower than they were a year ago, and the figure of available homes for sale has dropped for 20 consecutive months. So every single month there's less properties for sale than there was the month before there. Very, very tight inventory. Despite that, though, the number of sales is up. The first quarter of this year, we saw one of the briskest months that we've been in the last 10 years for existing home sales. So it's not slowing buyer activity down, and prices are up about 7% nationwide for the median price. So again, the market seems to be booming. What's constraining it is lack of supply and lack of affordability. With the higher prices and higher interest rates, it's just making it tougher for people to purchase, and it's squeezing out a lot of would-be home purchasers and keeping them still as renters there. So I expect to see the number of sales probably taper off as the year goes on due to lack of supply and lack of affordability, but I expect the prices to continue to rise as there are fewer choices for buyers and they're going to bid them up. So that's what's going on nationwide. What's happening locally? Sort of an opposite effect. We're seeing an increase in inventory. Our inventories went up a pretty healthy amount. They went up about 8% here during the first quarter for the South Coast there. That translated into about a 6% increase in number of sales, but our prices went down. So we were almost a counter to what was happening at the national market there. Median price went down about 6%. We're just under $900,000. And average price went down about 12% to $1,355,000. So again, decent selection, decent number of sales, but at lower prices there. Our overall sold volume went down about 7%. We looked at about $472 million sold along the South Coast during the first quarter of 2017. What about Montecito? Montecito saw the same sort of increase in inventory, about a 9% increase in inventory, but we saw a huge drop-off in number of sales. The number of sales was down 39% compared to the same time a year ago, and there was only 35 properties closed in Montecito during the first quarter of 2017. Not only were there fewer sales, but they were at lower prices also. The average sales price dropped about 13% to just under $3.5 million. And the median price dipped 17% to $2,750,000. So very, very hard hit at the high end. Similarly, Hope Ranch, they saw an increase in sales, but a tremendous decrease in prices there. So big drop at the highest end of our market in prices there. So I expect, based on the great amount of rain that we had going forward, that the second quarter of the year should be pretty good, both in terms of number of sales and some rebounding in prices. And probably the best news out there was Montecito Water District lifting the penalty phase for going over your water allocation. So effective immediately, there is no more penalty phase, so homeowners in Montecito can water as much as it takes them to keep their yards healthy and looking well, which I think will dramatically improve our real estate market in Montecito going forward. So that's the first quarter of 2017 recap.